Hello, my people. Listen to this video.
Uchukue namba. Wanataka kutupea namba pia wewe? Wanataka kutupea namba.
Now, I am sure most of you have seen that trend. They are calling it, I don't know, you're my type is still in school or whatever it is. Now, this is a very evil trend. Listen this. I've talked about this multiple times on Identity Fridays. And I've told you that most children come from families with absent fathers or with weak fathers. And those families have angry mothers. And now that is being channeled to the children. Those children are misbehaving because they don't have moral character. The absence of fathers or the presence of weak fathers is actually destroying your children. So this is a result of such. And if you go deeper, you'll realize that I'm actually true. That my sentiments are very, very true. So look at it this way. I want you to go and check the Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Act. That act is very skewed because even from the definition of rape, it does not protect the boy child. It simply protects the girl child. And we've put so much effort in trying to protect the girl child because they're the ones who are at high risk of the rape and high risk of violation in terms of the sexual stuff. But this is sexual violation to this child. And you can see how she's actually pulling that child. This child is very innocent, doesn't know, doesn't even understand. And if you realize the body language is telling you that he's not into it, but because of the pressure that she's constantly pushing, it's coming to happen. Now, most of you will think that this is just content creation and it has nothing to do with reality. It's going to get worse because this has been happening all over. How many sons have you heard that have been violated by pastors, by masculinity coaches, by uncles? How many have you heard? By priests and all that. But they don't, nowadays they don't even say it. Why? Because they've been raised by weak fathers. They've been raised in weaknesses. So some of them, they end up enjoying the sex and they don't press the charges. And the society has actually put the pressure on them that, you know what? A man cannot be raped. A man cannot be violated sexually. It is the lady who can be violated sexually. I think we should report most of these women so that they start learning the lesson. Because if you are a parent on this platform, if this was your son, you might think that, oh, my son is growing up because you are in a fallen state. But come to imagine that this is a daughter. This is your daughter. And the lady is now an older man trying to pull your daughter and telling her that she is his type, all right? That she should give the number and that they can communicate and possibly whatever happens, happens. If it was a daughter, you guys will not be liking that video. You guys will be reacting and saying how evil that act is. But of course, most of you are just pretending, right? You're angry from inside. You're looking for places to lash your anger. And some of these things will excite you because, oh no, it's content and all that. But somebody who sees deeper and who sees bigger will see that this is actually violation and has to be stopped. So we've raised daughters who are lustful. We've raised daughters who see sex objects in everything, including vegetables. Nowadays, cucumbers are sex objects. So then how do you expect them to look at your son and just stay calm? They can't, because they are sex-driven, they are evil, and all they do is for the likes and for the sex. So those of you who are thinking this is content, think bigger, all right? It's time for you to protect every child equally because sons and daughters deserve protection. You can do better as a parent.